Remember when the internet lost its mind over emotional damage? Or that kid giving side-eye at Popeyes? What about the Tuah girl who crashed and burned spectacularly? Yeah, we need to talk about that. Some of these viral legends turned their 15 minutes into empires. Others? They walked away from it all. And one ended up in a lawsuit that should terrify anyone chasing internet fame. Today we're diving deep into what happened to the people behind the memes that broke the internet. Let's kick things off with a meme that still lives rent-free in everyone's head: emotional damage. September 2021. Stephen He drops a YouTube skit called "When Asian is a Difficulty Mode." He's playing a gamer struggling through Asian difficulty, supposedly harder than hard mode because, as he puts it, players in Asia complained the game was too easy. In the video, his character dies from the most ridiculous things. A leaf falls on him. Game over. Was that poisonous? He asks, genuinely confused. But then comes the moment, the 3 seconds that would change everything. Emotional damage.
Emotional damage!
Within months, TikTok exploded. The clip became the go-to reaction for any roast, any comeback, any moment of psychological devastation. People were shouting it during anxiety attacks and claiming it actually helped. The internet had spoken. This was universal. So where's Stephen now? Unlike so many who fade away, Stephen He leaned into it. He launched Ginormo in 2023, a YouTube series mixing his signature comedy with dramatic acting. September 2024, he's guest starring on Studio C, the American sketch show. Summer 2025, he's in the theatrical release Magnetosphere. The man took a meme and built an actual acting career. That's the blueprint right there. Now here's a meme with a darker origin story. Late 2011, a Tumblr user named Tediferous posts a tier list ranking characters from Dissidia 12 Final Fantasy. Pretty standard gaming content, right? Then he gets an anonymous message, but it's not praise. It's anger. Why are you talking about this game? You don't know anything. You're not playing it right. What would a stupid guy know about combos? Ted's baffled. Who gets this mad about someone else's personal tier list? So he does what any internet user would do. He makes a joke out of his emotional roller coaster, creating the disappointed reaction face. 12 interactions by end of day, thousands on Twitter and Facebook, hundreds of thousands within 2 weeks. But here's where it gets real. After a month, Ted realizes something. Internet fame? It's fake. The internet isn't even a real place. He goes to college, distances himself from the meme. When people ask if it's him, he denies it. It works, until he learns something that changes everything. A Brazilian actor named Lázaro Ramos is being mistakenly identified as the disappointed black guy. People think he's the meme. Ted realizes his anonymity is hurting someone else. So he reveals himself in a BuzzFeed video. My name is Ted Dorff, but you may know me as disappointed black guy. This was a really crazy experience and definitely showed me a darker side of the internet. Today, Ted's a software developer and digital artist. The meme still circulates, but Ted chose reality over virality. Sometimes that's the wisest move. If you want a masterclass in leveraging meme fame, study this man. In 2016, BBC Three releases Hood Documentary, a web series. There's a 3-second clip of character Roll Safe, played by Coyote Owumi, smirking and pointing at his temple like he just cranked the code to life itself. By early 2017, Twitter's flooded with captions. If you're already late, take your time. Can't be late twice. Can't get cheated on if you don't get into a relationship. Peak internet logic. Peak comedy. Here's what's brilliant. Most people had no idea the guy in the meme was a real actor named Coyote. And by the time it went viral, Coyote had already moved on from Roll Safe, working on his next project, Enterprise, 2018. Fast forward to 2024. Coyote writes and acts in Search of a Blessed Life, a film exploring 2 Ghanaian families' stories. He returns to YouTube with Kwame the Magician. He's on podcasts throughout 2025 talking about writing. September 2025, he's judging the Our Stories Film Festival in the UK, showcasing real people's cinematic stories. Coyote saw the meme as a springboard, not a destination. That's how you win long-term. This one's wild because it starts before the kid can even speak. 2007. Sammy Griner is 11 months old. His mom, a photographer, snaps a pic of him at the beach clenching his fist full of sand. She posts it on Flickr with the caption, "Why I oughta. First, it's just cute. Do you want a piece of me?" People joke. Some claim he destroyed another kid's sandcastle. The "I hate sandcastles" meme is born. By 2011, Reddit and Tumblr explode with thousands of versions. The image becomes the symbol of small victories and determination. But here's where mom becomes a hero. She licenses the photo herself after removing it from Getty Images. Virgin Media ads, Coca-Cola campaigns, even a White House tweet supporting immigration reform in 2013. Then, 2015 hits hard. Sammy's dad needs a kidney transplant. They crowdfund over $88,000. 2020, mom goes on the offensive, suing companies and public figures using the image without permission, including former Congressman Steve King. She wins. Sam appears in a BuzzFeed video. "There wasn't really a before. My whole life has been me being success kid." Think about that. This guy doesn't remember not being a meme. Today, Sam's 19, an artist, and his mom made sure his image wasn't exploited. That's how you protect someone from internet fame. June 12, 2019. Cricket World Cup. Pakistan's Asif Ali drops a simple catch. The camera cuts to fan Sarfraz Akkar, whose face becomes the perfect embodiment of disbelief, frustration, and "are you kidding me right now?" Within minutes, it's everywhere. Twitter explodes. The ICC shares it as a looping GIF. He's immortalized. The very next day, Sarfraz appears in a Coca-Cola promo with Wasim Akram, a cricket legend. One game attendance equals instant fame. Years later, he discovers his meme portrait, going viral again. But here's what's admirable. Sarfraz didn't quit his day job. He stayed grounded, continuing work as a risk and fraud auditor in London. No merchandise, no crypto scams, no desperate grabs for relevance. Just life. Sometimes that's the most respectable choice. This one hurts a little because it shows the dark side of viral fame. 2011. Lena Morris, a young YouTuber, uploads JB Fan Video, a parody of Justin Bieber's Boyfriend with obsessive, clingy lyrics. She's playing a character, eyes wide, being intentionally creepy. "I will be your girlfriend, girlfriend." People get it's a joke, but her face? That becomes the meme. Comments pour in. "Oh God, this is creepy. I feel like if I go to my bedroom, she'll be under my bed." 11 days later, Lena tweets, "I'm always amused by the overly attached girlfriend tweets. Then I realize my face is associated with it, and I'm slightly disturbed." Still awesome. She becomes a YouTube star. Millions of views. Everything's great. Until it isn't. 2015. Views drop. The attention fades. By 2019, Lena uploads Breaking Up with YouTube, a farewell video revealing her struggles with fame. 2 years later, April 2021, she sells the meme as an NFT for $411,000. 2024, 5 years after her last video, she returns with 5 years later, revealing, "I spent the last 5 years really focusing on my mental health." Today, she posts occasionally on TikTok and Instagram, showing her real self beyond the meme. The lesson? Fame without foundation can crush you. Mental health matters more than metrics. This one's bittersweet because we lost a legend. June 2007. Juan Hoya Borja, nicknamed El Recetas, the Giggles, appears on Spanish TV with host Jesus Quintero. He's telling a story about working at a beach restaurant, and his laugh, that uncontrollable, infectious laugh, becomes instant gold. The Jesus Quintero YouTube channel uploads it June 21st. Over 8 years, it hits 1.1 million views. But then something magical happens. People start adding fake subtitles, turning his interview into commentary on everything. The laugh becomes Twitch emote KKW. Then tragedy strikes. 2020. El Recetas is hospitalized with diabetes complications. His left leg is amputated. A French online community raises €14,000 for a scooter and wheelchair. April 28, 2021. El Recetas passes away at 65. The internet mourned with memes, the only way it knows how. His laugh still echoes across platforms. A reminder that joy can be eternal even when we're not. Here's the harsh truth. Sometimes virality means nothing. 2015, Spanish photographer Antonio GM posts a stock photo. A man, Mario, checking out another woman while his girlfriend, Laura, glares. Early 2017, a Turkish Facebook group uses it to joke about Phil Collins being distracted from rock music by pop music. Tens of thousands of likes and shares. The image becomes the template for every temptation and distraction joke imaginable. But here's the kicker. The photographer admitted he didn't even know what a meme was until this photo blew up. The models remained mostly anonymous. And despite endless reuse, the photographer gained almost nothing financially. The original photos still being sold and licensed, but the fame? Empty. No career boost, no windfall, just virality without value. Now this is how to flip a meme into opportunity, 2013. A Vine video titled "Terrio at Popeyes" shows young de-nursed Colin waiting in line. Someone films him, says, "Say ooh," and Colin gives the most perfectly uncertain side-eye glance. Twitter user posts it next day. "When I see my teacher at the store." It's perfect. That look is every awkward public encounter ever. Colin becomes famous, but stays focused. He channels energy into sports. Becoming a football player. 2021. He tweets about his athletic success. Response: from Popeyes to state champion. But January 8, 2023, is when Colin makes his power move. "I need everyone to go to my Instagram at Dio, repost my recent post and tag Popeyes. I just want to talk." College athletes could now do sponsorship deals. Colin wanted his. Days later, Popeyes officially signs him to an NIL deal. First billboard in his hometown of East Orange, New Jersey. Super Bowl ad promoting eyes on the fries meal. Today, the 21-year-old is an offensive player at Lake Erie College, constantly updating fans about his athletic career. Colin understood the assignment. Use the meme as leverage, then build something real. This meme is pure nostalgia. 1999, HBO special, Goodnight Moon and Other Sleepy Time Tales. Young Joe Circiel, wearing a red shirt, tries to quote Hercules. "Haven't you ever had a dream, something you wanted so bad you'd do anything?" But what comes out is,
have you ever had a dream that you had you could you do you want you could do so you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
It's adorable, it's relatable, it's every time anyone's ever lost their train of thought. June 2011, someone reposts it on YouTube, millions of views instantly. For years, nobody knows who he is. Until July 2021, when YouTuber Wavy Websurf investigates. A fan DMs, "Hey man, I know who the kid is. Went to high school with him. It's Joe Circiel. He's grown up. He's in the corporate world." Joe does an interview, confirming he was quoting Hercules. One viewer notes, "His speech pattern as an adult is a dead giveaway. It is impossible not to hear it." Today, Joe's a strategic consultant helping technical founders communicate their products. Full circle, the kid who couldn't express his dream now helps others express theirs. This one's a masterclass in parents protecting their kid. 2013, YouTube video, Lily's Disneyland surprise. Again, parents tell daughters Chloe and Lily they're ditching school for Disneyland. Lily immediately bursts into tears of joy. Meanwhile, little Chloe gets the most perfectly confused side-eye. The hell is this girl crying about? That screenshot spreads across Tumblr. One post gets 3 million likes. BuzzFeed calls her the patron saint of Tumblr. 2017. The family visits Google's office in Brazil, where Chloe's face is on elevators and city ads. Mom's reaction: "We just drive around and there was my child on a billboard. I was just blown away." But here's the smart part. The family documents Chloe's life online until she's about 10, then pulls back. 2021. They sell the original meme as an NFT for $74,000, college funds secured. Today, Chloe's 14, living privately with occasional Instagram posts. Her meme still spreads joy, but she's protected. Perfect example of balancing meme legacy with childhood protection. David Vujanic was already online as Vuya when he posted an old school photo in 2014. Just an awkward childhood smile. Nothing special, right? Wrong. October 2015. Someone turns it into a meme. This is how white people smile at you when you pass them on the street. The image becomes the face of uncomfortable social situations. The face you make when airport security looks at your ID, then looks at you. How me and the cashier be looking at each other while waiting on my debit card to process. But David doesn't let it define him. He builds a career in football media, co-creating FIFA and Chill with Copa 90, playing in charity football matches against top players. 2024, he launches the Awkward White Person Smile NFT, sells it for $12,000, and meets other meme legends like Scumbag Steve and Bad Luck Brian. Today, still creating football media content, posting updates across social platforms, David kept his purpose. The meme was just background noise. All right, we need to talk about this disaster. June 11, 2024. YouTube channel Tim and D TV posts a street interview from Nashville, Tennessee. They ask young woman Haley Welch, "What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?" Her answer, with perfect Southern accent delivery.
You know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
You gotta give him that hawk to it. Spit on that thing. You get me?
The internet explodes. Next day, millions of views. Remixes everywhere. She's Hawk to a girl. Haley worked a factory job. Not anymore. She opens social media accounts, launches merchandise, $65,000 plus in days, trademarks the phrase, throws first pitch at a Mets game, and then launches a meme coin. This is when everything goes to hell. The Hawk to a coin rises quickly, then rugs, crashes hard. Crypto journalist CoffeeZilla investigates.
Team hasn't sold one token, and that's because they pre-sold the tokens, guys. So it is essentially a lie to say her team didn't sell tokens. Well, they pre-sold them, and then those investors dumped on your fans. That's the problem.
Translation: she scammed her own fans. Late 2024, Haley faces a serious lawsuit over the Hawk Tuah token failure. Right now, she's learning the hard way that exploiting internet fame for quick money can destroy everything. The cautionary tale is complete. If you enjoyed this deep dive, check out these videos next. And don't forget to subscribe, because these stories, they're just getting started.